What's up? What's up? I wish I could down that music and just let it go down in the background. What's going on?
It's a surprise.
Oh, no.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ronnie. Happy birthday to you.
Come on in, Judy. Oh.
Blow out the candle.
Yay!
Did
Y'all
you
gonna
make a
need
wish?
to talk to Judy. So Judy was upset that nobody told her that they were doing it. I didn't know they were doing this.
Did tell her.
I
was like,
Maybe she forgot.
maybe.
Well,
That's,
thank you guys.
happy birthday.
Special episode today.
See that?
That's right.
Ronnie's
We went out to lunch
birthday
for Ronnie's
episode.
birthday. And
Oh,
cupcakes.
Oh,
Cupcakes coming down. That's
Put it back, Bonnie. I know you love
She's like, no, I want
they're
it
the ones
now.
with the really good frosting.
Bonnie's like an only child around here in the office. So.
Mine. All
Right.
mine.
I can go grab Miss Judy. She's the one who bought them.
Yes.
Go grab Miss Judy.
So let me go grab her.
And I want to introduce you guys. So, first of all, what's up? Thanks for joining us. This is Ronnie Haskins. I am glad to be bringing this to you guys today. We got Marcus Morgan, Bonnie Simon, and then a couple of other team members are coming in because my birthday's on Friday, but I'm going out of town to see my mother because she's having surgery this weekend. So I'm going to be going down to see her. So I won't be here for my birthday. So they decided to bring in the cupcakes and the candle, and they're bringing Judy in so we can introduce you guys to the rest of the team. So that's really cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We had to guess which one you would like, because it's good to put the candle on one that the birthday person likes. So we chose chocolate.
Okay.
That-
I'm going to move it over here.
All right, you can move it over to wherever you want. There you go.
I know Bonnie's looking right at those.
I know.
I like
those-
the chocolate ones.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah.
we're going to work this out fine.
Okay, good.
I like
yeah,
the silk
that's
ones.
right.
I like the vanilla ones.
Perfect.
Are these pumpkin?
Yeah.
Judy's not coming in, huh?
Judy said she will talk to you later.
I didn't. She's going to talk to y'all later.
No, it's totally fine. Everything's good.
This is Christy Heckman. She's part of the
Where am I
team,
looking? Hello.
our ops manager. So thank you so much for the birthday gifts. And thank Judy for getting them for us, even though she
I
doesn't
will.
want to come on camera.
Yes. We will thank her.
Would you like to sit in with us and discuss the market?
No.
Go ahead and close that door. You're in here now.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I hear the phone ringing.
She's taking off with all the cake.
Right.
Yeah, with all the-
I'll see you later with 3 left.
Thank you so much. I'll be 53.
53.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm embracing it. Just
Yeah.
live in the moment. I got today. I don't know about tomorrow, so we're gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, well, that's
Absolutely.
true. And you know what they say about being older is that you learn how to ignore the things you don't like.
Yeah.
So life is better.
That's why you guys get ignored quite often around here.
Right. That's, yeah. I knew there was a reason.
I'm kidding. All right, so listen. Today is a special episode. We're going to be talking about market conditions, right?
Yes.
Every day we hear people talking about what's going on in the market. Is my vehicle worth a lot of money? Is this happening? Is that happening? And the latest one, what are they saying lately?
Trying to beat out values and really, I'm hearing a lot of people just trying to beat the market in general. But yeah, I don't know if you're hearing anything different, but
No, they're thinking that the market's down 20%, right?
Yeah.
They're thinking that it's down.
Right. We did hear that.
I've heard this
Yeah.
stuff. I don't subscribe to fear. I'm not worried about it. And I'm not really subscribing to this whole 20% down thing.
It's 20% down, and with every car, you get a free puppy.
yeah, I don't know, but I wish.
We like puppies around here.
Yeah, absolutely. There have been some used car pricing drops, but nowhere near 20%.
Nowhere near.
I had heard that a lot of people were anticipating a 20% drop on everything when November came around. Unfortunately, that is not the case. What we're seeing right now is on average about 1.8 to 5.3% of a decrease.
Except for what we found out today, we found was interesting. Teslas.
Yeah, Tesla
Mhm.
Tesla dropped the most.
12%.
Yeah, 12%.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Interesting.
So like 11.8, but yeah, close to 12% drop on Tesla prices, which I thought was interesting, especially because a lot of people are looking for the electric vehicles right
Well,
now.
that is true. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure why, unless it's interest rates that might be pushing.
You know
them in
what
that
the deal
direction.
is? It's like when you look at the Model Y, we've had a couple of these Teslas through here recently,
Mhm.
and you might be onto something with that right there, because the payments at 3.5% on a $70,000 car, we're going to pull it up. So hold on, let's look at what they're doing with like Tesla's. What, 2,000 miles on them? 2022s. Wow, they've dropped off quite a lot. I
Mhm.
mean, so when did that vehicle was, there's no date on this thing. Let's see. There it is. 6/21.
June.
The Teslas were in the 70s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had a 2022, 275 miles, Model Y, long range, very nice vehicle. It was in the 70s.
Yeah.
That was June 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long
it's
ago?
not
How much?
long.
Do them?
It's,
How long ago?
4 months.
4 months. Okay, so now when I go look at the market condition, we're talking wholesale prices, guys. We're not talking retail. We're talking wholesale prices. When I go look at it now, that same car, if you put in 275 miles, it's $10,000 plus less
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it was 4 months ago.
than it was 4 months ago. That's a lot. I mean, why is that? Like, no sevens anywhere, no 70s, nothing.
No, it's
Even
true,
when
yeah.
we're looking at this screen, look at that. 10:30, 10, 11.
This was today.
Yeah.
11/1/22.
62.
So
It's
no,
on
today's the second. This
60s.
was yesterday. 286 miles in the 60s,
And
low
then you-
low
Mhm.
60s.
Then you look at middle of October, so 10/17, it was 64.5. So even since middle of October, it's dropped about 5,000.
What is going on with the electric car market? Fact checkers and people out there, if you have more data on this, we'd like to know. We're going to keep researching it. I don't think we're going to have these answers, but we are going to talk about this market, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're just reporting on it. This is just a report. So that's quite a bit of a drop, and nobody in this office expected electric vehicles to drop that far. So, wow. Anything you want to add to that?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of context. Like, I don't know what's causing. What I've noticed up until now is that popular vehicles were still very expensive; that they were not coming down. But the Teslas are popular,
Mhm.
so I'm a little surprised that this particular vehicle, unless there's something going on. I mean, could it be political? Remember who owns Tesla?
Elon?
Hmm.
I mean, it did.
Interesting.
Twitter just went through this week. I mean,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
but-
lots of people don't want to shift to electric.
Right. Well, that is true, but they were very popular for a while because there was a shortage of gas prices were high, and there was a shortage of electric or hybrid vehicles. Are other cars coming down?
On average, what I've seen is 1 to 5% is average.
Okay, so in order for that to happen, though, like they would take the 12% of Tesla and like the 0% of the CRV and average that out.
Mhm.
So that doesn't. Are you seeing specific cars that are coming down?
It's specific makes and models and types of cars. Like when I was looking, all of my research and data comes through Car Gurus. They have an index that shows the trends and the prices that they're seeing on their website and other websites similar to that. What I'm seeing is the convertibles are actually going up in price, but most everything else. So trucks are down 1.8%.
Okay.
Minivans are actually up 0.3%.
Mhm.
And then sedans are down 5%.
Okay, so sedans are down 5 because I'm thinking like 1% or 2% is probably just noise in the system. That is it unusual for cars to go up and down 1 or 2%?
Oh yeah, no, it's not unusual. They ebb and flow all the time, depending on.
Yeah.
It's all based on supply and demand.
Yeah.
Right.
So looking at the availability of the used vehicles right now, today we're sitting at 291,000 vehicles.
Mhm.
So I mean, well, it just went up to 293, 444. So in the last 5 minutes. So basically, it's all based on supply and demand.
Mhm.
I've never seen fear and crazy stuff drive the market. It's always been, if there's a lot of them, the price is depressed. If the amount of them, like if there were 3 Teslas in the country, they wouldn't be depreciated 12%.
No, that's very true.
Now I will. So I'll add my tidbit to this on why.
Yeah, do.
Okay. rich people stop spending money when the prices go up like this, when the interest rates change. People
Yeah.
with the money that are buying stocks and doing things, they stop buying wants. They only buy needs. So like they slow down. That's just my opinion, my speculation, but they basically only buy their necessities. And so is a Tesla a necessity, for someone?
No.
Some
it's
people
not.
are like, look at all the cars that have gone through the auction. They go through the auction with 200 miles on them, hundreds of them.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that.
Teslas in general, like if you just go look at the Model Y, right? There's been a lot of different sales. Like I've got a whole lot of data here. I'll show. You want to show this on the screen?
Yeah, why not?
All right, fine.
Sure.
So we look at
Changes every 15 minutes anyway.
it changes every 15
Yeah.
minutes. I don't know if I can pull it up. We'll put it over here.
If you do tab, you can, instead of entire screen, you can share Chrome tab and you can select the tab.
Oh. This one right here.
Yeah.
Wow, Marcus. Cool. So looking at these Teslas, if you sort by, what they've gone through the sale for, look at that. They're all 60s, 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 but just by the date, we can sort by date. 69,000 on 10.5. And now we're looking at on 11.162. Look at that. 286 miles, grade 5. That's a clean
It's the best it can be.
car.
Mhm.
6 months ago, look, it says right there, 6 months ago,
73.
going through the auction,
Wow.
73.5 with
Wow.
2,100 miles on it. Past 30 days, 60. That's over $10,000.
There's one other thing that would affect this, which is the supply chain of new Teslas.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
And
anything about that?
and you said something earlier about stocks that really kind of just popped something in my head. With, like you were talking about earlier, Bonnie, how Elon Musk owns Tesla, obviously. He just bought Twitter as well. And a lot of people aren't very happy with that. And could that change? Have you seen any stock drops in Tesla stock,
That's Bobby.
Bobby?
I hadn't noticed any dramatic drops. I mean, obviously the news affects things, slightly, but nothing major.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what Elon said? I don't have, if someone could find this quote from Elon Musk, it says, we're not in the car business, we're in the information business,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
data collection business. So that he went from cars,
Hmm.
collecting everything. That camera is a Sentry cam, watching and listening, just like my phone. If I say, hey man, Burger King would be good, 2 minutes later, I'm gonna be scrolling through Burger King ad.
Right.
That's what the whole car was doing.
Right.
Now he owns Twitter. So
Mm.
every little activity you post, and now you've got it on your phone all day long. And so he's now collecting that data
Yep.
using Twitter. He's not in the platform business.
Yep.
He's
No,
in the
you're
data
right. Yeah,
collection
he's in
and
the
use
collection
and sale
business.
business.
Right.
How to sell us more stuff when we're sleeping.
Huh. But why would that affect the price of Teslas?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
It
good point.
seems to me there's two simple possibilities, and there might be complicated possibilities that I don't know about. But one is that the same people who are buying Teslas don't like that Musk bought Twitter. That's a possibility. The other is that the supply chain is loosened up and you can get a new Tesla. And then why would you buy one with 275 miles on it if you get a new one?
Yeah, because the new ones are 70-ish.
Yeah.
So why would you
Mhm.
continue to spend that kind of money if you can get
Right.
one? They were like a year wait to get a Tesla.
That's
Right,
the problem.
right.
So the, well,
Yeah, they
okay.
still are. Yeah.
No,
But
okay,
so
it could be
I've heard this
something
and I've seen this in some other circles,
Mhm.
dealer groups on Facebook that I'm in.
Mhm.
They're complaining about the Teslas not being able to sell.
Interesting.
It is, well, not all of them. There are certain people in North Carolina and New York that are,
Mhm.
we're selling them, but there's other places that are like, we can't give these things away.
Hmm.
So it's just a
Yeah.
weird thing. So if
Well,
you're
there's
really
some-
looking at a Tesla right now, I guess my opinion would be keep researching. I mean, there's lots of electric vehicles that are going to be coming on the marketplace. The other thing is, like, if you spend 70 grand for a Tesla right now, thinking you made a good investment, which we know cars are never investments,
No,
Right.
cars are never investments. That's
not the ones that people are typically buying. But what happens when all of these cars become available and then your value is diminished because of, once again, the supply is increased.
Mhm.
Right.
People are going to be like, I don't want to pay. Yeah, your car's 3 years old. I don't want to give you 50 grand for it when I can go get a new GMC for 30,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
GMC has promised 30 offerings
Wow.
Yeah.
by
And
25.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
be careful if you're looking at these things. I go back to what I always said about Tesla: lease them,
right.
lease it for 3 years. and make a decision over 3 years and see if you want to keep it.
Well, that was something we talked about last week, was the leasing. That's a reason for leasing, is to kind of bridge the gap between the high prices of now and the uncertainty of the next 3 years, because in 3 years, hopefully it'll all work itself out. And you won't be
Hedge the
trapped.
market.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And in the electric vehicle market, the main controversy is the used car market, where how's the battery life going to survive? So no one's going to purchase a similar value used Tesla or any other electric car for that matter until some of those problems get resolved.
well, you said that, some of these batteries are $20,000.
Mhm.
Yes,
20G.
that's a
And
huge
that
portion
came
of
up
the
in
investment.
the chat in the room I was in.
Yeah.
They were like, well, it's okay that it's under warranty and it's $20,000. What happens when the vehicle's 4 years old and it's got an issue?
Yeah.
How do you fund that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and buying that vehicle
Question.
as is a huge risk.
Here's your
So-
as-is car for $65,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So it might even be
And no
worth it to
guarantee.
wait 6 or 8 months. So even if the supply chain reduced the time a little bit, it might cause a drop like that.
Yeah,
And
it's definitely worth it.
Even with those warranty products, like I in one of those groups that you were talking about, Ronnie, I've heard a lot of people complain about Tesla's customer service in their service department, saying that they can't even get in for 8 months and then they're out of warranty.
Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah,
That's
you're
rough,
burning
yeah.
up warranty time
That's-
waiting for service.
But these aren't widely known. Like, I never heard that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying these aren't widely known things that would cause the price of a Tesla to drop.
True. And like honestly, the only thing I can really think of is what I said earlier, is that the people who are buying Teslas just really don't like that Elon bought Twitter, and
It's possible.
just either dump their stock or just are.
You think it's
refusing to buy Tesla.
political then? You think it's political?
Personally, I kind of do believe it's
We
political.
do live
I
in
think that's
very-
a small percentage, because some stockholders will look at divided focus or political issues, but
it's
ideally,
not the stock. We're not talking about the stock. We're talking about the cars themselves.
but exactly,
Yeah.
but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about people dumping the stock. If you're dumping the stock, but the car is still valuable, that's a smaller percentage of people
Yeah.
that's doing that,
Mhm.
and it doesn't change the value of Tesla itself. It's just going to be market trends that happen in every company.
I'm just trying to think, because
Mhm.
I really don't understand how, one of the most popular brands, especially in the electric market, one of the only full electric vehicle producers out there, drops 12%, while everybody else is only dropping 1 to 5%.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, maybe the Lucid Air did just hit the market as well. And the first ones have been delivered. So maybe that has something to do with it too.
Yeah.
Maybe their competition is getting a little bit more fierce, and that's causing the Tesla prices to drop a little bit.
And I mean, I'm no expert on it, but I don't think it's, just like I said, news goes a long way. And when you have a stock that's priced that highly, you're going to get some drops in market where people think they can go other directions. But as of right now, the actual value hadn't changed.
Well, we're not selling Teslas new. Let's talk about look at
Yeah.
this. So at 4% interest rate on the left, you have a $1,200 payment on a 75-month car loan.
Mhm.
It's gone to 6.75 now. If you look on the right, same selling price, $1,300. So it's $100 a month.
$100 more a month to buy
$100
one.
more a month
Yeah.
to spend the same money on a Tesla than it was last month. So like, I'm
Mhm.
not certain that that's enough to deter
Right.
somebody who really wants to get a Tesla.
Right.
And so let's talk about that a little bit. Like if I look at, so for reality, we're talking right now, we've got up on the screen market conditions.
Mhm.
Interest rates was the next thing. So let me bring that up. Interest rates is what we're discussing here. They have gone up, people. These things have gone up. I watched one lending institution go from 4.75 to 6.74 from Monday to Tuesday this week. So basically, it's just about 2 points.
Yeah.
And that was before the announcement today, which I haven't heard the news yet,
I haven't either.
but they're supposedly expecting them to raise the rates again another 3/4 of a point. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but let's just talk about it for a minute. And, if you're looking at a 30 grand car, which is, what's the average price of a car?
30 for used car.
Yeah.
30 grand.
All right, 30 grand. And then we've got 30 grand over here. So,
That's 3,000.
well, that would
There you
skew
go.
our
Significantly, yeah.
So if you're looking at a 30 grand car payment, it was 502.
With no
Mhm.
money down.
Well, hold on, we got to put this to
74.
4.74.
Yep.
513 to 544, $30 a month.
Mhm.
Payments have gone up $30 a month. That's the reality of what we're talking about. Well, how does it affect you and me and all the moms and pops around town? If you're looking at a car loan right now, it's probably changed about $30 a month.
Mhm.
So as you can see, it's not as bad as housing.
No, it's never as bad as housing, and that's what people think of when they go to buy a car. You know, is the interest rate going to really, because in housing that much can really make a big difference. Like you can't buy the house. With cars, it's a smaller amount of money, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not as much.
Yeah, but it makes sense too, because when you're talking about houses, I don't know what the average price of a home is, but somewhere like
It's
400,000.
about
In
400.
Colorado Springs,
compared
probably
to,
500
The
now.
average of 30,000 for a
Right?
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what they were saying in the housing market is if you were looking at a $500,000 house last year,
Mhm.
you're now looking at a $250,000.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
rates have changed, and it's been that drastic.
Yes.
That's what I've heard. It's not. That's my speculation, but don't fact check me on that.
Talk to your realtor.
Talk to your realtor.
You
Talk
need
to
one, we can refer
your
you.
mortgage person. We can
Yeah.
definitely refer you people.
Absolutely.
But like it's just so much more devastating on a home because of the compounding interest over 30 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Car loans are simple interest. I don't know if anybody knows if mortgages are simple interest. I mean, they might be. You can pay
Yeah.
them off early.
Yeah, you can pay them off early. I think the same.
Same thing. So basically, they just cost more money, and over time, 30-year loans, when that rate goes up 2 points, it's a big deal.
Mhm.
Right.
Anyhow.
True.
And so I can say this: the rates have gone up for interest, for leasing, buying, purchasing, all of it.
So what did you say?
just
Like, what's the
living.
average now? If you've got good credit, like if you got A+ credit, what are the rates looking like at the moment?
It depends on where you go for your loan,
Mhm.
which lending institution you use, and it's. I will be honest with you, it's fluid
It is, yes.
because like they change them mid-month.
Mhm.
So let's look at like your lease deal. By the way, you did yesterday.
Yeah, they were.
We need to make sure it's locked in
Yeah.
because I bet you they changed them today.
Oh,
We'll go look at it in a
I'll go
second.
check. Yeah.
But we do still have rates 4.74 with a 7. You got a 740 score. The best rate you can get up to 66 months on a 16 or newer. 17 or newer.
I feel like it would be helpful to
It's 4.74.
the way that they went. Can they see this?
I'm not sure I can
No.
share
Okay,
this.
you don't have to share it. I just wanted to explain it. So when you come in and we run your credit, what the bank is looking for is they put you in a tier. So you're going to be A+, A, B, or C. And what rate? And it literally is like 740 plus is A+, 720 to 739 is tier A, and it's so your credit score. It's literally just a chart. Like your tier A, this is what your rate is. If you're tier A+, this is what your rate is going to be, and they're going to be different. When you get down into tier D, it's a little bit more like we're not sure what the rate is going to be when it comes back if that person gets approved. But that's how the credit rating system works. And
It dictates the price for the money. That's how they keep it fair.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Fair Isaac Consumer FICO, FICO.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So what it is like they if I walk in there and like, hey man, I want a loan and my score is 740 and I walk out of there with 10% interest and then Bobby comes in and his score is 740 and he walks out there with 3% interest, it seems illegal, right?
Yeah, it's quite.
Yes.
So like that's why they have a chart. They're like, well, if your score is we're not going to go down the rabbit hole, guys, because we all feel the same as you probably. Like, who is behind the scenes telling me I got a 740? Okay,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother podcast. But like how they dictate how much you're going to pay for money is based on the scoring system.
Mhm.
So if you're over 740, that's the 4.74. At 739, it goes to 5.49. That's almost the whole point.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
it
then
is.
it gets even
Big
higher
difference.
for 719 and 679.
And the
So
age of your car matters too. That as
Yeah.
the car gets older, the rates go
the
up.
rates go up after 17 and they get older, the rates go up another half a point.
Not in one
So-
loan. That if you lease a car that's right on the edge you buy a car that's right on the edge of the age categories, it doesn't change when it hits the boundary.
Oh yeah, it doesn't change
That-
mid-loan.
No,
No.
it doesn't
Right.
change mid-loan.
That would be devastating.
Terrible.
Like an
Just terrible.
adjustable rate
Payment just
mortgage.
went up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So but the interest rates are I think in some places still really good. Some places I'm like, wow, that's interesting. What is going on here? But like when I look at, you saw that one that I showed you, and I'm not showing you guys this because this is proprietary information. You can look this up in your own areas. They have these things listed on different banks' websites, so you can find it out for yourself. You should definitely look at that. But look at how much difference this
2
is.
points.
Yeah.
2 points just in a different bank. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen rates like this since the early 90s.
Right. And what we're looking at is two different credit unions that same credit rating,
Mhm.
and it's almost a 2-point interest rate difference.
Mhm.
It's very interesting. So what your money won't buy as much. This is the inflation. It just won't
Right,
buy as
yeah.
much as it used to.
Which is what one of my friends said. She says, I've been spending a lot of money lately, but every day the money's worth less, so I might as well have the thing. Because I might as
have the
well,
thing.
I might as well like re-landscape my whole yard because next year this much money won't pay for that much landscaping.
That's fair.
That's inflation.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go into vehicle pricing. This has been, depends on what news channel,
Mhm.
what article you read.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell me some of the stuff you've been hearing about vehicle pricing.
I hear people saying, well, I hear it's going down. It's going to go down.
Should I wait?
Should I
Hopefully.
wait? Yeah.
As long as you got a year, and that's really the truth.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
if you want to wait a year,
Yeah.
we've had people wait almost a year and it didn't change. So
Rolling
like
the
if you,
dice.
here's the answer: we don't know.
Right.
We don't know if it's going to go down. All we can say is we haven't seen it spike downwards.
No.
Mhm.
Certain vehicles, like I can't really put a finger on it, like Teslas.
Mhm.
If you're trading in a Tesla right now, you're not happy.
No.
No.
You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But everything else has been pretty steady, but within 5%.
Yeah, and what I have seen is that they are trending downwards every week. Back in September, there was a huge spike in I believe it was the hybrids and
Mhm.
the
Oh,
trucks.
of
Yeah,
course,
that
because the
makes
gas
sense,
prices
right?
were
Yeah.
high.
Gas prices.
So since then, they've been starting to gradually come back down, and I haven't seen anything on the graph go back up yet. They're all continuously going downwards, slowly but surely, at around 0.25% a week.
So,
Yeah.
but there's one piece of this that I think is really important is that because of the supply chain issues, popular cars are not going down as fast as less
Correct.
popular cars. So what happens is that people come in and they ask us for a popular vehicle, and that popular vehicle hasn't come down at all in price, and that's why. It's because it's popular, and some of them like a Honda
Toyota.
CR-V or a Toyota that you can't. It's difficult to get them even new. So we're having the same problem that the used ones are. We have to compete with a lot of people to get them, so the price is up.
Yeah.
Demand.
Anything that really holds their value,
Yeah.
like the Toyotas and the Hondas, which there's more reasons than just they're popular that they hold their value. But because they already hold their value, those are going to be the ones that drop the slowest, like you said.
Mhm. That's what it means to hold its value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's
so-
put this on the screen.
Oh.
You see this calendar? I finally figured out this.
Figure out how to use it. There.
So look at the graph.
Oh yeah, I remember this graph from at the beginning of the
COVID.
spike. Yeah.
So you look at January 2009, all the way. Well, let's just. I wish I could shorten this up. Maybe I'll work on
Mhm.
that.
It's a
But
huge spike.
it spiked all the way to,
from 2021.
and now look in the last. Dang it! I need a monthly one. This is not the best one.
I
Guys.
found the monthly one on Car Gurus.
But it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
important to understand what this index is, and I wish I could explain it well. But this is not just the average price of vehicles. This is a formula that has something to do with the average price adjusted for something. And I'm
I'm looking for it. You guys talk about something else. I'm looking.
it's on the
Oh, here
same
it
page.
is.
Yeah, that what that chart actually, because it always looks like, oh well, the average price is coming down, but that's not really what it is. It's the used vehicle value index, and it has something to do with the value, not necessarily the price.
Yep. As Ronnie's always said, value is one thing, but the only real barometer is what people will pay or what's being paid
Yeah,
currently.
what somebody thinks it's worth.
Mhm.
Well, there you go. Look at this one. So this
All
one
right,
is.
yeah. So that's just raw price changes.
Well, this has at least some months. It says mid-October 22
Mhm.
From last year.
from last year.
Year over
So
year.
SUVs and
CUVs.
CUVs are down 12.3%,
Mhm.
hmm
which is funny because I don't see that.
Yeah, I'm
happen.
not seeing
No,
it either.
we don't
It's
see it in the
interesting
price.
that-
Especially like through the auctions where
Right.
we, where everybody gets their used cars, it doesn't really seem like it's dropping that much, especially in the wholesale side of things.
Well, I think there's a reason for that too. That when we look for a car, we're only looking for a good car.
That's
So
fair.
the prices of quality cars are going to stay up. Like we're not looking for the one that's all beat up that's going to cost
Yeah, we
more
don't
to
like
fix
cars
than
that have
it
a lot of
costs
what
to
they call
buy.
edge.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to look at Car Gurus then while you guys are talking about that because they have a lot of data.
And during that chart on that time frame, it looks like it could be correlated to the fuel price situation that we went through. We're looking at SUVs and luxury cars. Well, obviously, luxury cars were using premium fuel,
Right.
and then obviously SUVs are
SUVs
taking
use
more
gas,
fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that
that's-
could have been a correlation over this last year to now.
And then the reason why pickups aren't really any different is because people are still going to need to tow things no
Yeah,
matter
that's
what,
true.
and
Yeah,
trucks
people
will
need the trucks.
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
trucks will
They need
stay
them.
high no matter what.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, like you said, it's probably really a lot of the gas price related. So
yeah,
that
especially
makes a lot more sense.
a year from today.
That is the index I was using earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I still have it on the screen. Sorry. So I'll credit this to Car Gurus. Just YouTube doesn't like it when we share stuff that's not ours, but like this is all Car Gurus information. But if you look at SUVs, 38,000 down 1.2. See what I mean?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
small percentage.
They haven't
Very
changed a
small
lot.
Basically.
And on the year, year over year,
They're up.
3%.
Mhm.
Nobody's buying that many sedans. But they're still up 6%. Convertibles, like you said earlier, 18%,
Mhm.
and 17% for vans. People still having babies.
Or
Gotta
carpooling.
have vans.
Carpool.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Those pickup trucks have definitely changed.
But not a whole lot. Like that's
They've kind of stayed the same. Is what I'm
they've,
saying.
Right,
they've
Yeah.
been very
That's what I'm
level.
saying.
That's very intriguing when you look at everything else. Like, I mean, we were saying that trucks, are always going to be up there, but I
Yeah.
mean, to stay the same it's not a terrible thing.
Yeah, and I think they're made well across multiple manufacturers. The pickup truck industry are very competitive with just the value and the quality of the vehicles.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
full size trucks are similar in price,
Right,
Mhm.
Similar in capabilities.
right.
It really just comes down to what brand you prefer,
Exactly.
in the most parts, and whether you want
Right,
gas or
yeah.
diesel.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's very interesting that the trucks are the ones that are the most consistent.
it
We
is.
have noticed that the wholesale prices that we're receiving are down.
Yeah,
You
for
mean when we're
trade-ins.
selling a car?
When
Trade-in,
we're
yeah.
selling or
Yeah.
trade-ins and people selling cars,
Trade-in,
we've
yeah.
noticed that those prices are not as strong as they were a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's something too that, and I'm not, we always say you can't win this game. So now where it used to be 3 months ago that if you went to a dealership and tried to sell your car, you'd get a high price for it, or an insurance company, which is another thing if your car was totaled. Now they're the first to bring down the prices.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
That's the first place the prices come down.
And my own theory, I think it always comes back to supply and demand. Our current day has finally caught up to 3-4 months ago when they didn't have a whole lot of inventory. Now they have all the used car inventory because people were buying them like crazy,
Mhm.
and now they no longer need the one that's coming on the market today, so they don't need to offer as much.
That's a good point, Bobby. I think I really just don't know what a lot of people were thinking with 20%. I definitely heard that 20% was a realistic number through
Mhm.
multiple media sources, as well as some close friends of mine.
You mean the drop in used car value?
Yeah.
Mhm.
In this business, 20% seemed like it would be great for the consumer, but obviously when we're looking at the data right here, it's nowhere near 20%.
If you're just trying to get the phone to ring and get people to call you,
Yes,
then
Yeah.
start preaching that it's 20% less.
Mhm.
right.
But I don't think that that's 20% across the board. You might be able to
Absolutely
find
not.
some cars that are deals, but I've been doing this since '93. This has always been Las Vegas. The car business is gambling. Like, so if you're out there trying to flip cars on your own with no dealer's license, or you think you're going to go win, it's going to come out in the wash. I've never
Yeah.
seen it really be able to be won.
Right.
You know, you may win a game, but you're not winning the war.
Yeah.
You know, so I still think mitigating your prices over long periods of time is better than making $2,000 more on a vehicle right now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so yeah, this was a hot topic. We're early. I don't know if the news. Let me just Google while you're sitting here if the news has put out interest rates. You know,
Oh,
the Fed interest rates. Let's see if they put it out yet.
that always sounds so.
The Fed interest rates.
The
Let's
Fed.
see.
Dun dun.
That's right.
I mean, do they wait till we get off work to announce this stuff?
Oh yeah. As soon as people start spending money.
Oh,
Let's change it.
They're not going to do it while the stock market's open.
Right.
So it's,
The Fed makes history with a 4th straight 3/4 point rate hike.
we're
Yeah.
CNN.
right here. The Fed makes
28
history.
minutes ago.
28.
Yeah.
So
We're getting close.
was the stock market closed at that
East
point in
Coast?
time?
On the East Coast, yes.
Ah,
4:30?
yeah. If they did it in the middle of the day, it would be.
It's
amazing.
4:30 right now. It's
East Coast?
4:36.
Yeah, so right around that time.
Oh my God. 3/4 points. So that's 0.75%.
Mhm.
Wow. They're trying to get inflation to 2% over
Right.
time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The logic behind this is just.
We're not a political show.
I know.
Gotta say it,
Sometimes
huh?
we want to be.
Yeah, guys. So it's a fact. November 2nd, 2022,
Wow, look at that.
they just raised it plus 0.75.
So 4%.
We could see houses hit 10%
Yeah.
housing interest rates
They're trying to find their sweet spot right now to fix this whole
without
situation.
crashing it.
Yeah. So that's why it's doing that.
Yeah.
Get a few million, 100,000 people at this rate. They drop it again and relieve the pressure a little bit. And then next month it's right back up.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they always go right back up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the other thing to remember is this is not going to last forever.
Right.
No. Can't
So-
last forever. That's-
Don't panic. If you need a car, I think that it's now more crucial than ever that you make a plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even if you don't need a
That's
car right now,
very true.
what's gonna if you're out there in the out there,
Yeah.
not in this office, and you don't have a car payment, I would like you to challenge yourself and make a plan for what's going to happen if your car gets totaled.
Mhm.
What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Because flipping it for something else, like getting the money from the insurance company and buying a car for cash, let's say your car's 30,000 miles on it and you want another one like that, it's probably way more money than you think.
Yes.
Yeah, that happens a lot. People call us. We were in an accident. They didn't give us, they gave us $10,000 for the vehicle. Can we get another one? And the answer is usually no, not with the $10,000 or whatever it is that they gave us.
Unless it's a down payment and you're ready to finance the rest of it. But
Right.
Right.
But that's not what most people have in mind. We talk
Exactly.
about that a lot, that you have to plan for the future because you just really never know what's going to happen with your car.
Even if it's a Toyota
Even if it's a
Even if it's a
Toyota.
Toyota
or a Honda. I
or
mean,
a Honda.
if you haven't had a car payment in 5 years and you've been coasting along and you think you're going to make it forever, that's fine. I hope you do. But you should be planning it out. How much can you afford? Where can you make cuts? You're going to need a car payment of around $500.
Right.
That'll at 500 you can get a car.
Yeah.
And part of that planning should be talk to your local mechanic, see what a repair would cost you today. Because a lot of people are not aware of that information if they hadn't had to make a major repair.
Or you've been
In the
skipping
past
those
few
repairs.
years.
You're like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not going to do that. That costs too much. It's like,
Right.
okay, well, what happens if it breaks?
Right.
$3,000 or $30,000?
Right. Because it's not the same as what you remember, just like the car payments are not the same.
It's just that's what happens is you get comfortable in those Hondas and Toyotas and they don't break. I like them too,
Yeah.
but time goes by really quickly
Hmm.
and these prices have just gone up rapidly.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
My prediction is December, it's one of those months, it's Christmas and all that other stuff. Rates are spiked in November. They're going to drop them in December.
yeah,
It's going to be
we gotta
back
get
up.
that Christmas stuff sold.
Yeah, it's going to be right back
We
up.
gotta get this stock off of Macy's. We can't have the Macy's
Yep.
parade with nobody buying shirts and T-shirts and whatever.
Yep. And it's going to be pandemonium in the streets come January.
Oh my!
When they go back up.
Exactly.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, everybody's
panicking.
Right now, when you're trying to pay back the debt that you incurred,
That you incurred over the Christmas holiday.
try to spend cash on Christmas presents. Try to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be thankful for one or two presents.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to hit us. Our business is going to slow down.
Yes.
I'm saying it out loud. I know it is. I mean, because, and I'm not worried about it. I just think some of my clients, I'm going to be telling them, man, maybe you should put this off
Mm.
till a little bit later if you don't really need to do it right now.
Absolutely.
you know. But I don't know if it'll get better. Maybe you need to save some money.
Right.
Prepare.
And for
Yeah.
those of you, like Bobby was saying earlier, for those of you driving around with your check engine light on, I know it's not making any weird noise yet, but you still want to get it checked out to see what a
Yes.
repair would cost.
Yes. Avoiding it is not making it cheaper.
Yeah, turning your radio up to avoid the
engine knocking.
Yeah,
Well, black tape, the black electric tape
yeah,
over
over
the red
the
light.
check engine light.
Oh, I can't see the light.
That's not a great strategy now.
It seems
Tom
like
McLennan.
it's the worst strategy now. It was
Yes.
bad 15 years ago, but now it's like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the cost of them just checking to see if what that light means has gone up.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, guys, I feel like we're giving just a freaking media broadcast here.
Yes.
Depressing.
Which-
Depressing news.
It's depressing, but we're trying to help, believe it or not.
Yeah.
That-
If you need a car and you're in the market, we're still a good place to go.
Yes.
Yeah. There are still cars out there. You can still get them, and I mean, I don't think that the interest rates are really that. The interest rates aren't prohibitive when you're only borrowing $30,000 or $50,000. It's
Yeah.
not the same as.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's something I say a lot. Like it's not like a house. It's
Yeah,
not,
it's not like a house.
It's not like you got to borrow $600,000 to get a car. We're not there yet.
Right.
So
And
maybe this is a good time to buy a car.
It
Yeah.
does suck though. I mean that you got to spend more, but I mean it is what it is.
It's just shocking to people.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
And that is like that's hard to. We were talking about that last night, me and my friend. That it's a little shocking when like you think you're going to get like a brand new truck for $30,000, and it turns out that that's just not the case anymore. That you can't
Right.
do that.
For those of you who stay with us this long, if you're looking to make extra income going into the holidays, which I think that's something that gets overlooked,
yes.
Mhm.
making extra income, different
Absolutely.
streams. You know,
Yeah.
they talk about having 6 streams of income. You know, we are going to be mentoring and bringing up more people in our business, even on a part-time basis. So if you have a job or you are in a sales field, like if you're a realtor or a mortgage person, and things have slowed down for you, we still have ways for you to earn income. So we're going to be looking for those folks going into the holiday season.
Mhm.
You got friends out there that are looking for extra stuff, they can go to our website at springsautosearch.com, hit the careers page, and we'll reach out to you.
Right. And I wanted to say a part of the posture of having a loan at a certain interest rate is if you're already in that loan, while these rates are going up and down, that's when you're positioned to refinance at the proper rate because it's not going to stay there long.
Mhm.
You know, so if you're considering or you're wondering what's going to happen in the future, you can't time the market. Get what you need now. When the market drops, then you're in a position where you're ready to refinance.
I think what they're saying in the real estate game is you fall in love with the house, not the rate.
Right.
Mhm.
You can
Right.
still do that on cars.
In the cars, exactly.
What's cool about the car business and car loans is there's no cost to refi.
Exactly.
You know how you could spend, they always do that mathematical equation when you refi.
Mhm.
Well, is it worth it? Well, it's going to cost you $5,000 to refi. You'll be able to save this much interest over. So it'll take you 5 years to make up the $5,000, right?
Right.
On car loans, it's not the same way. If you owe 30 and your rate is 6 and they drop to 3, you can go to a bank. Your collateral is worth 30. They loan you the money. They set your loan up. There may be a credit if you're joining a credit union, maybe $5 or whatever, but
Right.
there's no $3,000 or percentage of the loan cost to get that done at credit unions.
Is
I
there
don't know
a
about
time
banks.
limit? Is there a time limit that the loan needs to be enforced? Like maybe you have to have the loan for 6 months, making payments prior to refinance or something
No,
like that?
that's no, because if you take out a 75-month loan today or 84-month or 96-month loan today, if you sign one right now
Mhm.
and leave here and go home and pay it off,
Mhm.
whatever.
Right. And as for the refinance, you can do it this month. Rates drop 5% next month.
The same credit union may or may not work with you for it.
Mhm.
It depends. I don't know, but I think you should shop it around.
Absolutely.
You know, so but yeah, there's no time limit on it that I am aware of. If any
Mhm.
fact checkers out there have that info, they could drop it in the comments of the video. But like, I've never heard of that.
Right. So that's the way to go.
You can refinance it. So if you need a car right now, the answer is this: yes, the rates are a little bit higher. As soon as they drop, you can go refinance your car. That does lower your payment.
Yep.
So you can look at that.
Like what were his 2 points is $30 a month.
About
Mhm.
$30 a month. Yeah.
Yep.
So anybody got anything else? I don't think we have any comments. This is just episode 15. By the time we get to episode 300, we'll get 3 comments.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
But we're going to show the world that we're persistent and consistent.
That's right.
Yeah,
We are.
absolutely.
Can't make us quit.
Well, look at the table we're sitting at. Like
Yeah.
pretty soon we're going to be moving over there and we're putting a table and multiple cameras and headsets. So if you're watching this podcast hoping we'll go away,
We won't.
I'm really persistent.
We are ready
So,
to educate
Keep watching
you
until
for
we
the
go away.
foreseeable future.
Yeah, keep watching, holding your breath until we go away.
That's just fuel. That's just fuel to the fire for me. And one person I see joining us right now, thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you. God bless.
And to all of those who will watch later on after the live stream, thank you for
Absolutely.
watching.
Thank you for
Yes,
watching.
thank you for consuming the content we have. And as always, we don't know it all.
Right.
This is just how we're looking at it. We're reporting on what we're doing. So if you've got any information to add to it, we are welcome to that information.
Yep. Even after the fact, we can see those comments if you're viewing after the live.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us for your weekly updates.
Absolutely.
Now, if you'll
sweet.
excuse us, we have cupcakes to eat.
Y'all didn't eat the
Yeah.
cupcakes before I got here. That's
Nope.
awesome.
All right, guys, have a great day. Should I say something like Russell Wilson? He says,
Broncos country.
Broncos country,
That's
let's
right.
try like
Auto Search USA.
keep I'll search USA. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. That's pretty good, actually.
It's gonna be cringy as Russell Wilson.